like feeling like it's gonna be snatched away. Feeling like, yes, I have it, but how long do I have it for? It's trauma. It's definitely trauma. I had to sit and question and ask myself why am I in this house with my family and with the people that love me, and I'm surrounded by love, and I feel alone. This is 2 weeks ago, so this ain't like 3-4 years.
Right.
It's like recent, and it just, so we sitting on almost 2 acres of land. And I vividly, again, a week ago, standing in the backyard, like, whose is this? Like, is one of those things where it's like, you don't believe you earned it and you don't believe you're worthy enough of it or for it. But other people and God deems you worthy enough. And just finding that self-worth and finding that self-confidence and being, I'm always thankful, but for me, it was like, this ain't mine.
Have you ever felt like you didn't deserve your success, even though you worked for it? Meet Keith Lee, famous TikToker, crazy food critic, killing it all over. He recently did an interview with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay. And in this clip particular, what I noticed, right, is that he was experiencing imposter syndrome. And basically with imposter syndrome, right, he felt super unworthy even though he had success, right? That's the crazy thing about his whole mindset with this stuff. So Keith Lee is going through internal struggle right now. He mentioned that, he was getting out of depression just a couple weeks ago. I don't know when this was filmed. But he mentioned survivor's guilt. And if anybody knows about survivor's guilt, Keith Lee is one of those that knows about it. Break it down real fast. Survivor's guilt, it just comes from trauma, right? And to make it simple, right, you feel guilty for making it. That's basically what it was. This dude, Keith Lee, made it. He got over millions of followers on TikTok. He talks about how he owns his home on 2 acres. He can't believe what's going on. So he literally made it. And then sometimes you feel bad because you made it because you looking at the people that you left behind. So because you make it, right, and especially in his case, is that he starts to give those achievements to external factors, which is a common thing in imposter syndrome. Like even thinking that you don't deserve something can really jack you up. You could start blocking blessings and doing other different types of stuff. I remember looking at an interview with Keith Lee. In that interview, this is another one, but he talked about how he didn't do a certain brand deal with a major company. I don't know what company it was. And in particular, I remember him saying it wasn't authentic, right? It wasn't true to the brand, which could have been very true. Or this could have been a mechanism that is linked to self-sabotage, which is also linked to imposter syndrome. So one thing about imposter syndrome is that you fear being exposed as a fraud. So him being true to his brand, him being real, him being, just having integrity, this could be something that's actually blocking him or countering those fears. So hold on, stay with me, don't get mad at me. All right, so like imposter syndrome can lead to self-sabotage, right, that I mentioned earlier. So this can mean something like you undervalue yourself or you avoid opportunities because you feel like you don't deserve them. For example, I just got to thinking, right, like, okay, so he stopped that from coming because he said it wasn't true to his brand, which could have been true. However, could it also have been because they offered him such a huge amount of money that he feel like he was not deserving of that huge amount of money? So because of this, he starts to sabotage himself by saying, hey, I want to be true to me, which in this case could have been blocking a blessing. And there's research out there that says that imposter syndrome, right, it leads to self-sabotage, which have certain behaviors. Some of those behaviors can be perfectionism, or in this case, avoidance. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. Trust me. Keith Lee has figured out how to overcome imposter syndrome. And the way that he does that is by focusing on gratitude and self-affirmations. In this video right here, as soon as he talks about how he was depressed, he said, you know what brought him out of it? His daughter, right? So they're in their 2 acres, right? They're in their land. He's teaching his daughter how to ride a bike, and then he just sees his daughter ride the bike in the 2 acres. That right there reminds him of all the different things, all the achievements that he has done, and then he realizes, you know what? I am worth it, it was worth it, and I am deserving. So Keith Lee, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Do not let imposter syndrome stop you, because like I said, y'all, it's one of those crazy things that can stop your potential. So do y'all agree or disagree? Anybody out there that heard about imposter syndrome, or what I like to call the imposter phenomenon, let me know if you agree or disagree.